योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञा भक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म औपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। निराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यमुपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Sir's video is not visible.
Video is not visible?
No, sir.
We can see.
Adiga?
Visible.
Okay, then it's some problem in my side.
Both. Okay, so let us read the verse. यश्चित्तेन्द्रियमारुतेरणकरः नेत्रस्य नेत्रं च तं श्रोत्रश्रोत्रमिमं हृदोऽपि हृदयं वाचश्च वाचं परम् प्राणप्राणमिहाधिगत्य कुशलाः आत्मानमस्सैषणाः त्यक्त्वेमां तनुमाप्नुवन्ति परमम् विष्णोः पदं शाश्वतम्। चक्षुर्नाञ्चति यत्र वागपि मनः ज्ञाताद्यन्यत्तथा ज्ञाताद्यन्न गिरोदितं समुदिता वाणी च येन स्वयं बुद्ध्या मतं च येन तु मता बुद्धिश्रवश्चक्षुषी यज्जानाति न यद्यतो नितिमरुत् तद्ब्रह्मणोपासितम्। वेदाहं बृहदित्यवैति मनसा यो वेददभ्रं स तत् नो वेदास्मि न वेदनेति मनुते यो वेद सम्यक् स तत्। विज्ञातं त्वविजानतां बृहदविज्ञातं पुनर्जानतां ज्ञातं मे प्रतिबोधमेतदिति तत् मत्वामृतं विन्दते। So we are basically discussing the commentary of this verse and in particular the third quarter of the verse in the previous class. The third quarter of the verse, so there is a puzzle which has been presented to us, and the puzzle is Vijñātam tu avijānatam brihat avijñātam punarjānatam. So this is the phrase that has been presented. So I told you that this quarter has to do with the mantra, third mantra in the second khanda. Yasya matam tasya matam matam yasya navedasaha avijñātam vijānatam, vijñātam avijānatam. So at the end of the last class, so during the discussion session, one of the participants told that this is not quite clear to me. So we read, so at the end of the page 12, so we were reading a few sentences. So I was just thinking today, so what is it that I can do? So in order to make this something which is more easily understood. So then it came to my mind that I will have a look at what Vidyaranya has done in his Anubhuti Prakasha. This Anubhuti Prakasha, as I mentioned to you long back, is a work which has been composed by Vidyaranya in order to present the essence of Upanishads, as Ramaraya has done in a different way, in the form of verses, but in much simpler verses, which is the Anushtup Vritta. So the Anushtup Vritta, which we are familiar with either by reading Bhagavad Gita or by reading Ramayana, is what has been chosen by Vidyaranya to present the summary. So here, this particular khanda, which has essentially 4 mantras and a Phalashruti. The Phalashruti is occurring in the next verse. So what is it that you will do and what has to be done, etc. So that is stated there. Here also it is slightly hinted, but the third quarter, as Shankara Bhagavad-pada has stated in his Bhashya, is the paraphrase of the Shruti of the dialogue which took place between the Guru and Shishya. So that is how he presents. Yasyamatam tasyamatam matam yasya navedasaha avijñātam vijānatam vijñātam avijānatam. So let me give you one verse which Vidyaranya has stated, which is not contained in that page. So all of you, if you have not seen the mail, so you should open that particular page. Dhivrittihi vishayikritya yad ghatadyavabhasayet viditam tat. Okay, you repeat. Dhivrittir vishayikritya Vrittir vishayikritya Dhivrittir vishayikritya yad ghatadyavabhasayet yad ghatadyavabhasayet yad ghatadyavabhasayet viditam tat viditam tat yatra nodhihi yatra nodhihi yatra nodhihi viditam tad yatra nodhihi viditam tat yatra nodhi tat syad aviditam khalu tat syad aviditam khalu. This verse occurs somewhere before, okay, in the same Upanishad. So when he tries to paraphrase. So this is something which we can very easily understand. When something is presented in a versified form and that is very simple, so it is much easy to cherish. So what he says is, Dhivrittihi vishayikritya yad ghatadi avabhasayet. So vishayikritya avabhasayet. So Dhivrittihi is a certain transformation that takes place here. So that is what we call as Dhivrittihi. Buddhaha vrittihi. Dhivrittihi. Vishayikritya yad ghatadi avabhasayet. Suppose I have this bell. Okay. Now you hear the sound. So even if you do not see this, if I don't lift it and just ring, then also you can easily guess. What made you guess? Dhivrittihi. So that there is a ring of the ghanta. Okay, so is something which you can very easily understand. What made you dhivrittihi vishayikritya? So it was able to receive this sound and it was able to connect, and then it presented you something in your mind. Now dhivrittihi vishayikritya yad ghatadi avabhasayet means, so I am ghantanadaha. This is the avabhasam. So this is the cognition that takes place. Yad ghatadi avabhasayet viditam tatra means, so there you use the word viditam, tat viditam means you use the word viditam, it is known in those cases. Okay, viditam tat. Okay, so wherever that is not there, yatra nodhihi tatsyat aviditam khalu. Okay, so yatra dhihi na pravartate, it is not able to cognize that thing, so then tat aviditam. Okay, so this is how we have to make this distinction, viditam and aviditam. Okay, dhivrittihi vishayikritya yad ghatadyavabhasayet viditam tat yatra nodhihi tat syad aviditam khalu. Okay, viditam tad yatra nodhihi tat syad aviditam khalu. Okay, let us make this distinction very clear. Okay, viditam means, so it has become an object of cognition. So this is essentially he is trying to say. Now in this viditam, vijnatam, jnatam, so all are synonymous. We have to first of all understand. So jnatam means the dhatu is jna, viditam means the dhatu is vid, as simple as that. But then we have a pratyaya which is kta pratyaya. Okay, so jnatam. So this kta pratyaya is used in the sense of karma. So a certain object. Okay, suppose you say jnata, then there is a trich pratyaya. So from that you will have the form jnatru. So when you want to refer to the object of cognition, you will say jnatam. Means there is a certain kriya which is involved and that entity became the object of your cognition, and to refer to that you use the tap pratyaya and you say jnatam. Okay, jna is a certain kriya which is happening. Now when you want to refer to the one who knows, you use the word jnatru. Okay. So now with this understanding, so we should get into some of the verses which very beautifully explain the content of these 3-4 mantras in his own words. This Anubhuti Prakasha. So the very name, in fact, I used to thoroughly enjoy when I was taking the exams of Upanishads by looking into some of these verses. So let me also share you one thing. Every time after taking the examination, I will make a sankalpa. Next time I am going to perform exceedingly well by studying from today itself. So before leaving from the center. But then every time it just happens that doesn't work out. Anyway, so that is our prarabdha. So I wanted to memorize some of these verses in those days. But some samskara is there, that is why I was able to quote you this verse now. Dhivrittir vishayi kritya yad ghatat yavabhasayet viditam tadyatra nodhi tatsyad viditam khalu. So this is what he says. Now, what is it that is being conveyed here? We want to convey this Brahma, and there is a beautiful episode between Acharya and Shishya. And in this context, he is trying to take us through. See, let me read one sentence in Ramarayas at the end of page 12. Okay, you just then we will go back to this Anubhuti Prakasha, and then I will try to elucidate what Ramaraya has stated in the words of Vidyaranya, which may be much easier for us to digest and cherish. Now, so here at the end of page 12, he says, Tesham, okay, we made this correction, you may recall, Avijanantaha asamyak darshinaha. So then he says, Tesham vijnatam asmabhihi brahmeti matil bhavati. Now you understand? So vijnatam asmabhihi brahmeti matir bhavati means, so this Brahman is understood by me, like ghata, like ghanta. Okay? So ghanta or ghanta nada. This is understood, which means Brahma vidikriya karma bhutam jatam. Okay? So here what he is trying to say is, see, asamyak darshinaha means those who have not clearly understood the import of this mantra. See, tesham vijnatam asmabhihi brahma. Vijnatam means mama jnana kriyayaha karma bhutam brahma. If they maintain this notion, brahmeti matir bhavati iti kritva vijnatam avijanatam ityuktam. So avijanatam means those who have not clearly understood, they believe that Brahma is vijnata. Okay? They believe that Brahma is vijnata. Samyak darshinastu means those who have clearly understood. Brahmanya aropitaha buddhyadyupadhayaha. Brahmani aropitaha buddhyadyupadhayaha eva asmabhihi nyayante. So this also has to be understood. Brahmani aropitaha buddhyadyupadhayaha. Upadhayaha basically means some limiting agent. Upadhi. Upadhayaha. So let me explain this. Now, what is this? Ghanta. Okay. So what is this? This is agarbatti stand. Okay. So what is this? This is harati plate. Okay. Now, all these are essentially brass, kamsyam. Idam kamsyam. But do you say it is kamsyam or will you say it is agarbatti plate? So if I take this ghanta, will you call it as a kamsyam or ghanta? So these are all upadhis. Upadhi aropita on brass. You understand this? So this should be very clear. So upadhi aropita on brass. So here what he is trying to say is, Brahmani aropitaha buddhyadyupadhayaha eva asmabhihi nyayante. So are you seeing brass or are you seeing ghanta? So we see ghanta. We see this as ghanta. So we see this as some stand. Now this base substance is one thing, and depending upon the nama and rupa we give. Okay. Yes. This nama, when I say this is something which has been created by us. Okay. So this is something which is created by us, and depending upon the purpose it serves, we have different names reserved for this. Same thing with this Sharira. Same thing with the entire world. Now, when I show these three objects, why don't you call this as Ghanta? I can't call. Though it is same brass, I will not call and I cannot call. So what is known is only through Upadhi. Without Upadhi, you cannot say it is Viditam. So it is Aropita. So here he is trying to say, so this I just took all these three elements just to show that the base substance is same, but the names are different. Now, how do you conceive of this Brahman? So this Brahman is described as the Upadana for all entities. The Upadana for all the things that we see here. So therefore he is saying, Buddhyadyupadhayaha eva asmabhihi nyayante. So what we see is only Sopadhika Brahman. Okay? Upadhayaha eva asmabhihi nyayante natu brahmeti. This is just one example. Natu brahmeti. So if you actually probe much deeper into this entity itself, if you break, at some point if you are breaking, from the viewpoint of modern physics, you will result in something to which you cannot give the name of brass. And if you break, so if not this glass, whether it is plastic above or the bottom below, which is stainless steel, you will once again end up with something to which you cannot give the name plastic, you cannot give the name silver, stainless steel. So similarly, here we are conceiving of some upadana for the entire Jagat. And what you see is only upadhina visishta. Okay. So here he is saying, Buddhyadyupadhayaha eva asmabhihi nyayante. Nyayante means jnana vishayo bhavati. Nyayante. Natu brahmeti. Iti kritva. Iti kritva means, having understood this clearly, janatam avijnatam ityuktam. Okay? So janatam means those who have this understanding. Avijnatam means they do not take this Brahman to be vijnatam. Okay? So they do not take this Brahman to be vijnatam. So, ityuktam loke, one simple example I can give you. If you decide to rob something, whether it is this or something else, what you will see is only gold. So whether this is this design or that design, none of them matter. Or if somebody cuts your bag, he wants some note or some card, whatever. Okay. So he does not look for other things. So similarly, here he is saying loke. Now this example that he gives is loke shukthyadi tattvam vijanatam. Okay. So he is just giving an example. So vijanatam avijanatam. Shuktyadi tattvam vijanatam means the one who knows that this is Shukti, shell, he cannot see silver in that. So vijanatam avijnatam. Avijanatam, the one who does not know this as Shukti, Jnata. What is Jnatam? Silver is Jnatam. Okay? So this is what he is trying to convey. Tadvat. So if you just read this now, Loke Shukthyadi Tattvam Vijanatam Adhyastha Rupyadikam Avijnatam Bhavati. So when Sadashiva Brahmendra was singing Sarvam Brahmamayam, Adhyastha Rupam Avijnatam Bhavati. Okay. Adhyastha Rupam Avijnatam Bhavati. Ajanatameva tu adhyastam vijnatam bhavati iti prasiddham. Prasiddham means this is something which we know. So this is something which we know. Tadvat brahmani nyayatvasya adhyastattvadeva. Nyayatvam. Nyayam essentially. So this has to do with nyat pratyaya. Nya dhatoho nyat pratyaya. Okay. So what does it mean? It essentially means nyaya yogyam, jnana yogyam. See, nyayarham. So this is what it means. So nyayam. We have this Bhagavad Gita. Nyayam yat tat pravakshyami. Bhagavad Gita. Nyayam tat pravakshyami yajnatva mokshate shubha. See, Nyayam, Vedyam, they all mean one and the same. In fact, we have this, no? Vedyam. I think there is a beautiful verse. In the Bhagavata, I think second verse, Vedyam. We have also this Vedyam, see, in Ramayana. No. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Nyate Dasharathatmaje. Veda Vedya. See, Vedya and Nyaya, they essentially mean one and the same. Okay? So, Vididhatoho Nyat Pratyaya. So, this is Karmani Nyat. Right? Nyatam. Okay? So, but here the meaning is different. Okay? So, here Yogyam, that is the meaning. Okay? That which deserves to be known. That which is known, both sense you will get. Okay? Vedena Vedyam, that which becomes the object. Anyway, so here Nyayatvam means see, Brahmani Nyayatvasya Adhyastatvat Tattvavidaha. Those who know the Tattva, what do they say? Jnatam Brahma, na Jnatam Brahma Pashyanti ityartha. Na Jnatam Brahma Pashyanti. Okay? So Brahma Jnatamiti na Pashyanti. Okay? Jnatuhu vai? Jnatuhu Atmanaha eva Brahmatvat. So this also is a very, very important thing to know. He doesn't say Jnatuhu Brahmatvat. Okay? He says Jnatuhu Atmanaha eva Brahmatvat. So this is something which we need to understand. The moment you say Jnatru, then Jnana Karta he becomes. Okay? So Jnana Karma, Jnana Karta. Which means there is a certain Vikriya. And this happens only to Upadhi Vishishta Purusha. And what is Jnana? So you said, Dhivrittihi Vishayi Kritya. The Vishayi Kritya, it does not give you the impression of well all the time. So Vishayi Karanam means, so it happens only through certain instance, which means, so you are talking of this Jnata of what? So Jnata of X, Jnata of Y, Jnata of this X, Y, Z, whatever. And this does not run through this fellow always. In fact, we have this, no? When do you call Jnata? When will you describe a Purusha as Jnata? So you will describe him only if it is a Bahif Prajna or Antah Prajna. It is not in the state of Prajna. So we have to understand, even in this, we have this three names, right? बहिः प्रज्ञो विभुर्विश्वः यन्तः प्रज्ञस्ततैजसः घनप्रज्ञस्तथा प्राज्ञः एक एव त्रिधा स्थितः. You have to understand. This eka eva tritha sthitah, you have given the name. So this same brass as ghanta, as stand, as harati plate. Eka eva tritha sthitah. So similarly, we need to understand. So that is why he is just saying, this nyayatvam is something which has been imposed by us based on a certain criteria. So that is not the real nature of it. Therefore, tadvat brahmani nyayattvasya adhyastattvadeva tattvavidah न ज्ञातं ब्रह्म पश्यन्ति इत्यर्थः. ज्ञातं ब्रह्मेति न पश्यन्ति इत्यर्थः. ज्ञातुः आत्मनः. So here this ज्ञातुः आत्मनः means the core person behind the knowing person, the core entity behind the knowing person. And the nature of the knowing person is very different in the dream state and the other state and the other state. So it is the core person whom we are referring to. So jnatuhu atmanaha eva brahmatvat brahmani na jnatattva sambhavaha. Brahmani jnatattva sambhavaha. So it is not possible. So we are referring to an unchanging entity which is the witness of all this, and therefore you cannot give this attribute to that. Okay? So now let me take you to the sheet that I had shared with you. So that is something which brings out in much more beautiful terms. Where is that? So here is the sheet. Okay. So let us read leave the first line. So from the second line, verse 55. Sarva pratyavedyam yat. Repeat.
Sarva pratyavedyam yat. Sarva pratyavedyam yat.
Sopadhi brahma vidyate.
Sopadhi
Brahma vidyate. Sopadhi brahma vidyate. Upasakat prithak bhutam.
Upasakat
पृथक् भूतं उपासकात् पृथक् भूतं तदेवोपासते जनाः तदेवोपासते जनाः तदेवोपासते जनाः ब्रह्माभासमिदं रूपम्
ब्रह्माभासमिदं
ब्रह्माभासमिदं रूपम् उपेक्ष्यानिदमात्मकम् 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 मुख्यब्रह्मैव साक्ष्याख्यम् मुख्यब्रह्मैव साक्ष्याख्यम् मुख्यब्रह्मैव साक्ष्याख्यम् ज्ञात्वा स्वानुभवं वद ज्ञात्वा स्वानुभवं वद ज्ञात्वा स्वानुभवं वद. So this is basically he is trying to bring in the first mantras and essence. So there he is just saying, so dabhrameva nunam vetha. It is in that context he is saying sarva pratyaya vedyam yat. Sarva pratyaya vedyam. Pratyaya is same as jnana. You should take it. Okay. So prati in dhatu, it basically jnana. So sarva pratyaya vedyam. Okay. So vedyam. So we just saw sarva pratyayanam vedyam. Okay. Whatever be the cognition that you have. Okay. Vedyam. Yat whatever that is. Sopadhi brahma vidyate. Okay. So that is only sopadhi brahma. That is what we saw. Okay. Sarva pratyaya vedyam yat sopadhi brahma vidyate. And then he says upasakat prithak bhutam. Okay. Upasaka is the one who contemplates. Upasaka, it can be anything, doesn't matter. Okay, it can be Vidya Upasaka, Sangeeta Upasaka, Nado Upasaka, whatever be the Upasaka. Okay. Upasaka prithak bhutam tadevopasate janaha. So tadeva upasate janaha. That's what they. Brahma bhasamidam rupam. So this entity that you are referring to is Brahma abhasam. It is not Brahman. Brahma bhasamidam rupam upekshya. Upekshya means having discarded that. Upekshya anidamatmakam mukhya brahmaiva. You have to understand. So anidamatmakam means, so idamatmakam when you say idam rajatam, idam patram, idam. So idam means this word idam refers to something which is in front of you, which has become an object of cognition. Okay? So anidamatmakam, this Brahma cannot become the subject of idam. Okay, object of idam. Neither the subject nor the object. Okay, anidamatmakam mukhya brahmaiva, and this is generally referred by the word sakshi. Okay, sakshi. Sakshi is, so that I know, that I don't know, the one who witnesses both is sakshi. Okay, so sakshyakhyam nyatva svanubhavam vada. The teacher tells the taught that may you contemplate on that and then tell what you have understood. Svanubhavam vada. Okay, so this is how Vidyaranya puts it. So those things are not actually there in the Upanishad. He is just building a nice story. Then suppose the student comes. Okay. Suppose the student comes back. Okay. Now let me read, so you don't need to repeat. Tvatkarunyat sushtu veda brahma hamiti vakshichet alpam vetsi nasampurnam. Why? Nyatrijñeya vibhedataha. So suppose you come back and tell me, okay, Tvatkarunyat, O Guru, by your grace, I have so thoroughly understood. Tvatkarunyat sushtu veda brahma. Suppose you say, sushtu veda brahma ahamiti vakshichet. Okay, suppose you say, oh my dear, alpam vetsi nasampurnam. Why? Nyatrijñeya vibhedataha. So Brahma has become Nyeya for you, and you have become the Jnata of Brahman. So where is that all pervasiveness now gone? Ekam advitiyam gone. Understand? So that is why he is just saying Nyatrijñeya vibhedataha. Okay? So this vibheda. So ekam is something which is extremely important because it is sarvapadanam. Sarvapadanam of jnatam yadvastu, jnata, every entity, and therefore you cannot describe this as either jnanam or jnata or jneya. Okay, whatever. Nyatrijñeyam. So nyatrijñeya vibhedataha. Then what is it? Akhandaikarase tattve. So don't quote me that I am describing Brahman as quarks. Okay? But if you want to go down and then see, then you can see every entity to be only that. It does not have any dharma. Whatever be that entity. Okay? So this dharma that we know of, you can ascribe some dharma to it. Okay? So now this is akhandaikarase tattve ekarasa. So before all these things came, and before the name and form came into place for you to describe some entity, what was it? So that is what you call as, that primordial substance is what you call as Brahman. Akhandaikarase tattve jnatritvam pratyaya. So this tattva is akhandaikarasa. And in that entity, pratyagatmanaha jnatritvam devasya brahma ityevam khandanat alpavedanam. Why am I saying this as alpavedanam? So in this akhandaikarasa tattva, so you are considering yourself to be upasaka and jnata, and that entity to be upasyate and jnaya. Okay, so this division, since it comes, I say it is alpam veda. So that is not Brahman. So it is sopadhika Brahman. So when you say, okay, so brahmetyevam khandanat alpavedanam. So therefore, the teacher would say, mimamsyameva te thapi bheda brahma nivrittaye. In order to get rid of this bheda, mimamsyameva. So you have to investigate, my dear fellow. Okay, mimamsyameva te thapi bheda brahma nivrittaye. Then he says, mimam sitva nischayante vadetyuktas tatha akarot. Okay, so this fellow, what did he say? Mimam sitva. So after making inquiry, nischayante vada. So this is the statement of the teacher. Having contemplated, you come back and tell me. So how you have understood and how you will describe it. Okay, mimam sitva nischayante vadet yuktaha uktaha shishyaha tatha karot. Okay. Yes sir, I will do. Okay, tatha karot bheda brahmo nivrittodya. So then he comes back and then he says, he proclaims, bheda brahmo nivrittodya yatha shastram vicharataha. So now he comes and tells the teacher, bheda brahmaha nivrittaha. Now when I experienced this, then I did not see any distinction. So aham jnata, tadu jneyam, so all these are gone. Bheda brahmaha nivrittaha adya, when yatha shastra vicharataha. So there is a certain way to do. Yatha shastram vicharataha. Yatha shastram vicharataha. Suppose you want to understand, okay, so how this COVID affects the lungs, what will you do? So you will go to some doctor and then he has to say, and then they will explain. So this happens, it is a lung infection. What is lungs? So you have to see. So some tract will be there, respiratory tract. Okay. Trachea will be there, bronchiole will be there, alveoli will be there. Alveoli. So alveoli will be there. So you have to just yatha shastram. And how does the alveoli function? So you have to go to physics. They will say diffusion process. So what is diffusion? So this is all yatha shastram you have to understand. What is diffusion? So diffuse light. Diffusion. So these are all some very interesting phenomena. You drop, see, you take 1 spoon of milk and put in some water. What happens? Tadak, it spreads. It is all diffusion. So something which goes from a higher concentration region to the lower concentration. This is a natural process that happens. So this is something, so yatha shastram. So if you want to understand this, you come here. Okay, so yatha shastram vicharataha. So then he says, suvedeti navedeti dvabhyam hinantu sheshitam. See, so he says, suvedeti navedeti. So I can neither say suveda, I can neither say naveda. Dvabhyam hinam, whatever that remains. Okay, so divide of these two expressions, whatever that remains, tadeva. Why can't you say naveda then? I can't say naveda because I am the person. Okay, so this is something which is very important to understand. Suvedeti navedeti dvabhyam hinantu sheshitam. What is it? Swaprakasham tadatmanam tathatvenaiva vedmyaham. Okay, the Swaprakasham you cannot say naveda. So that is the point. Swaprakasham tathatmanam tathatvenaiva vedmyaham. I understand it that way. Then he says, Nanyatha to yatha shastram buddham brahmeti nishchayaha suvedetyakshi vishaye navedetyavabha. So he just explains further. So what is meant by Suveda? Suvedet, not Akshi vishaye, Aksha vishaye. What is the difference? Akshi vishaye and Aksha vishaye.
Aksha is Indriya. Akshin is one who.
See. So Akshi Vishaya means object of eye, person. Okay. So only this is Akshi. So Aksha Vishaya, when you say, it can be any of the 5 sense organs. So Suvedet Yaksha Vishaye Navedet Navedetyapyabhasite. Abhasite Naveda you can say, but it is Bhasita entity. Navedetyapyabhasite Vaktum Yuktam Swayambhate. Swayambhata in this entity. Katham Tadyujyate Dvayam. How is it both? Both are not possible. Sveda is also not possible. Naveda is also not possible. Madhye smakam. Asmakam madhye. Madhye smakam he sakhayaha. He is just saying. So this fellow has become jubilant now. Okay, like this Eureka fellow. Madhye, see, Madhye smakam he sakhayaha jnata jnatattva varjitam brahmeti vettiyo hi yatha shastram vibuddhavan. Then he says, yallaukikam vastu yacha brahma tadhi vilakshanam. Yallaukikam vastu yacha brahma tadhi vilakshanam. So there is vilakshanam means this is something which is very different from that. Yallaukikam vastu yacha brahma tadhi vilakshanam. Why? Yasya matam tasya matam matam yasya navedasaha. So it is just same mantra. Okay, he has just said. Why is it different? Yasya matam tasya matam matam yasya navedasaha. Because this is how this is understood. But in Laukika Vishaya it is not that. Matam yasya navedasaha. He further explains with an example. Loke ghato mato yena sa ghatagnya iti riyate. Ghato mato yena, by the fellow who has known ghata, sa ghatagnya iti riyate. Ghatagnaha, patagnaha, so pakagnaha. So whatever it is. So tajnaha in general. So tajnaha, whoever knows that, tajnya iti riyate. But in the case of Brahman, what do you do? Yena mantra matam brahma nattvasau brahma vidbhavet. So he is just putting it nicely. Yena mantra. So mantra na inge yaha manute saha manta. So mantra. See, yena mantra matam brahma nattvasau brahma vidbhavet. If I know the constitution. So constitutionyaha. If I know Brahman, you cannot say Brahmajnaha. He will become Abrahmanya. See, that is the problem he is saying. See, so that is the vilakshana. Yena mantra matam brahma nattvasau brahma vidbhavet. Why? Mantra mantavya rupena vividhatvam vijanata. That is where the problem is. Okay? So vividhatvam comes there. Vividhatvam is not acceptable. It is an all-pervading entity and one entity. It has picked up various nama rupas. Just picked up various Namarupas. So that Sat is something which is all pervading. If you have understood that Sat, so you cannot negate anywhere. You cannot negate anywhere. So he is trying to convey that idea. Vividhatvam avijñāya. So mantra mantavya rupena vividhatvam vijanata avijñātam brahmatattvam akhandaika rasatmakam vividhatvam avijñāya yadakhandatva vedanam. Vividhatvam avijñāya. Not knowing this multiplicity, not recognizing this multiplicity. Vividhatvam avijñāya yadakhandatva vedanam tad brahma tad bhavet brahma vijñānam dhīmadbhir buddhyatam tatha. So he is just saying tad bhavet brahma vijñānam. So that is what is recognition. In fact, we have this beautiful verse now. Prahlada is Paravareshu bhuteshu brahmanta sthavarādishu bhūtikeshu vikareshu bhuteshvatha mahatsu cha guneshu gunasamyeshu गुणौ व्यतिकरे तथा एक एव परोह्यात्मा भगवान ईश्वरो व्ययः. So that is how he is just trying to express that in Bhagavata. Paravareshu bhuteshu, all these entities. So this is para, this is avara. You can always say Jupiter is big, Mars is small. This is para, this is avara. So buddhyatam tatha idrishah pratibodho yaha. So may you understand Brahman to be this way. Now he says idrishah pratibodho yaha. This kind of understanding. Idrishaha yaha pratibodhaha. Idrishah pratibodho yaha. Tena ched viditam tada matam brahma bhaved vidvan. Amritattvam hivindate. Matam. So if one understands it this way, then he has really understood. So the primordial entity which does not have attribute, which is all pervading. So this is how you need to understand this entity. Okay? If he has understood this way, then matam brahma bhaved vidvan. Amritattvam hivindate. So then he attains this eternality. Amritattvam hi vindate. And in the next verse, how do you get this? How do you qualify? He says, Nitya nitya vivekādi yuktena manasa puman. What is the means by which you will be able to transcend yourself to the state to recognize this entity, this understanding? Forget about leaving out other distinctions. So today we have come to a certain state that you will only care for yourself and your feelings. Not even family, not even relatives. And humanity is much further. So he is saying, Nitya nitya vivekādi yuktena. If we develop this at least to some extent, then at least you will care for your own humanity, your own family. So nitya nitya vivekādi yuktena manasa puman veditum labhate viryam. So you will gain the strength to get this knowledge. Veditum labhate viryam Vidyaya vindate mritam. And through this knowledge, amritam vindate. Dehe pranaviyogakhyam. Dehe pranaviyogakhyam. What is it? See, dehe pranaviyogakhya mritiratmani kalpita. See, so he also brings in this nicely towards the end. What is mriti? What is mriti? Maranam, maranam. It's not that Atma is dead. Dehe pranaviyogakhya. A certain energy which was responsible for all this to function, it stopped. It need not be Corona. So, see this function of alveoli. So they stopped. Why did they stop? You can, for a short while, do this for a few seconds. For some people who practice, maybe for a few minutes. But beyond that, this is a continuous process which is going on throughout this body, as long as this body remains. Where is the energy coming from? So that gets suspended. This is what is mriti. Nothing more. Dehe pranaviyogakhya. Pranaviyogakhya is suspension of this activity. Suspension of this activity. Where I was reading, so this small entity, which we call as alveoli, there are 5 million of them. Average. So it can go up to 8 million. Maybe much more, I don't know. So he can clarify later. so this, I mean, so many things are functioning simultaneously. Okay. So dehe pranaviyogakhyam, and that suspension is what we call as. And you just take another sharira. There is a beautiful simile in Brihadaranyaka. We have, see, Tadyatha trinajalayuka trinasyantam gatvan nyama kramama kramyatmanamupasagharati. See, it is all it is. So he beautifully explains through a simile. So there is a grass, so there is another grass. So you would have seen some insects. So they jump from this grass to that grass. That is all. And what he says is, so after getting hold to that, they will leave this. So similarly, the description here is, okay, so you get some vasana at the end of your janma, and then you grab something else, and then you leave. Tadyatha trinajalayuga trinasyantam gatva ayushaha antam gatva. That is how we have to understand. Anyamakramam akramya atmanam upasamharati. Evameva. Similarly, this fellow. So you don't need to make a big fuss. What is the big deal? It's Harira, it came into existence. One day it has to go. But as long as you are there, keep doing good, keep thinking good. Hey, so dehe pranaviyogakya mritiratmani kalpita. Atmani kalpita. The Atma is not gone. Mritiratmani kalpita. Avidyaya. Vidyayatu bhranti sa vinivartate. So once you get enlightened with this knowledge, all is gone. Bhranti. So bhranti sa vinivartate. So all this that you thought that I have to look like this, I have to make my skin fair, I have to make my skin tan, whatever. So this is all Atma. I am like that. You are not like that. Your Sharira. Bhranti sa vinivartate. Okay, so I think we will stop here. So this Vidyaranya has a beautiful way of presenting things. So I thought, so since these mantras are a little difficult and somebody explicitly said towards the end of the last class that it was not easy to digest, I thought I will share this knowledge in the words of Vidyaranya. Om Sarve Sukhina Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavetu. Om